Yeah, how did that go for you, mate? Whoa! Did you see those, all those units fire at once and it just spread out? Oh my, how did I hit that shot? That's what? Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Deadly Spark and welcome back to another Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator video. Now today, we're going to be trying out the French soldier from the 18th century, which we probably should have done ages ago, but I completely forgot about. And we're going to test it against its counterpart in the 18th century, the red coat. So, without further ado, let's begin and see which one is better. Okay, and we are in. These are our blah. There are red coats, and over here are our French Revolution. Oh, they're basically the same, but blue. Well, blue team versus red team. Let's see who is victorious. Oh, look at them run into action. They look fairly quick. I've not really noted the speed of these before. Are they also fairly quick? Yes. This is going to be a classic red versus blue battle. Probably should have put the red coats closer to where I wanted the battle to happen, because now the red coats are probably going to have the high ground. But it does look like the fight's still going to happen in mostly the low ground area, so we'll see how this pans out. Oh, this is cool. They're here with the French Revolution soldiers. Oh, they have different bullets. Uh-oh. The bullets are different, that's for sure. Oh no, they're the same. They just look different at first. Oh, at least I think they're the same anyway. I think the French were firing first, so theirs might be longer range. I wonder if this is going to be a Roman archers versus regular archers situation where there's only extremely minor differences and it just really depends. Oh, they're really close here. They both just got to the rise of the hill and then went, oh shit, there they are. Open fire. Oh, there's a castle in the background. That's a good shot. Hello, British. Sure, Finch. Yeah, the range is much longer than what it appears to be here because of the rise where they basically just got up here and were like, oh shit, there they are. It's pretty cool though. It does kind of look like more red coats are dying than French soldiers, which is interesting. But I guess it just depends on location. So, because here it's a bit more the other way. I love the landscape of it, just little sections of groups lining up in fire squads. Oh, look at that. We haven't even looked over in this section. I love how there's just some that are like, yeah, we're gonna run out to the front. Yeah, how did that go for you, mate? These ones are coming up to the hill. That's bold. These ones aren't. Whew. Sorry about that. These ones have got perfect line of sight-ish. Some aren't even in range. They're just like, we gotta patiently wait our turn. Like the ones that some are stuck behind here, but some are firing shots. Oh no, some are getting shot at. Interesting. I think the French definitely have more cover. That's for sure. Look at that. That's a cool battlefield. I like this interesting line here, and there's the French are definitely losing it by the looks of it, because they're probably just because there's less of them. What do I know other? Oh, it's because they got the hill up here And they can see the British soldiers now, so they don't need to push. Unlike when they were down here and it's like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Oh, that's a group of bullets. It seems pretty even, which I feel like you'd expect from having French soldiers and British soldiers from the same era firing muskets at each other and probably missing most of their shots. Which isn't too good in terms of watching a battle. I mean, look how... I've just realised I'm still in slow motion. There we go. I was like, dude, look how slow their damn bullets are going. No, I'm still in slow motion. Whoa! Did you see those... all those units fire at once and it just spread out? Oh my god, it happened again. It happened over here. Oh, it's so fucking cool when they fire in patterns. It's the coolest shit. Look at them go. Oh, I love it. It's like spot the best pattern. And it doesn't happen often, but when you see it, it's fantastic. Yeah, look at them over here. Oh, they're doing it too. It's not just random bullets, it's like they're firing in groups. I think part of it's because sometimes when you just arrive to an area, the AI's like, oh, we should be doing things. Like that. It's just so satisfying to see them fire in that manner. Literally, they're still pushing through here. What's it like to fire as a French soldier? I don't know. I couldn't tell. Oh, look at them pushing over this area. They're going to reinforce this section. Are they doing it over here? They actually are. Some of them are pushing in to reinforce the line that they were holding. I didn't expect that. It's fascinating. And the British are sort of doing it too, even though they don't need to. They've just got rows and rows. I haven't paid attention to the numbers, but there still looks like there's heaps of units left. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, there's still a lot. There's still a lot. I think we're gonna be here for a while. And I don't know what to ramble on about for like however long this is gonna take. I'm gonna be you. 50 damage. Yeah, that wasn't gonna go well. What about you? Oh, I didn't even get a shot. Come on. You. Oh, come on. Give me one. I can't even get a shot off with the French. Okay, these are inaccurate if I can't hit this. I need to find a place to get a better shot. I still can't hit. Oh my god, the French can't fire straight. I'm fine. I'm lining up straight at this guy. Oh, he's dead now. Why? I need to shoot at a group with the French. They seem so inaccurate. Come on. I'm not seeing any. Oh my god, there's insane bullet drop. How high do you have to fire? Okay, no, I can't hit a shot with the French. I hit a shot with the redcoats immediately, but the French suck. Or I suck with the French, either or. Maybe we'll be one of these ones. Oh my god, the bullet drops nuts. Hey, I finally hit a shot. They both do 50 damage, except their bullet drop is insane. And, the redcoats, I don't know, they seem to fly straight. So, with that knowledge, maybe the redcoats are gonna win? Who knows, really? This is my favorite bit of the battle. This section here. There's so many redcoats, but the French are just holding the line. Not to mention, they're also getting sort of reinforced, though. It seems like the French are trying to push into different sections. The British have just got the high line in comparison to the French, who are stuck in the low-lying sections. Except for here. This is the lowest spot, the British... Whoa! That's intense. It's just mini explosions, basically. I mean, that's what a gun is, I guess. Just like mini explosions over and over again, but I think the musket really encapsulated that. How's it look? It's dead even, man. It's gonna take forever. We're in with the redcoats. Lining up their shots and missing probably most of them. Firing all the way from back here. French are like really piling up the bodies. Dude, I feel like I need to time lapse this. This is going on for ages. You know what? We'll watch from here for a bit. This is the best bit of the battle anyway. It's interesting how they sort of line up basically identically against each other in these sections, where they've got the curve at the mountain that's really close, and then it just curves outwards as the hill gets flatter and flatter until they're pretty much firing at max range. And the only reason they're not reinforcing there is because the ones on the hill. But even those ones on the hill up there are reinforcing the ones here. But there's way more red coats on this side, which is at least pushed up. I think there's as many French Revolution soldiers that are backed up towards the back. It's just they haven't pushed up because they have had a better spot to fly from. It's just fascinating to watch how the AI sort of maneuver around interesting battle locations like this. Like, this could be a completely different fight, potentially, if it was somewhere else. But we won't know that unless we do the exact same fight somewhere else. And I don't want to do that until we're, like, way into the future. And it's like, oh, let's try this again and see what happens, if there's any changes. Like, you know, if there's a full release of the game, it's like, is there any changes? Let's try it. See if anything's different. Like, we did this in this video and so on and so forth. Comment below if you want to see repeats of any videos that I've done already. See if anything's changed or see if there's a way I can do it better, because that will be interesting, potentially. But it seems like there's significantly less French soldiers there than there were when I started talking, but I don't know if that's just because I wasn't paying attention properly the first time. Which is very, very possible. The bunch have died here, by the looks of it. And also I noticed that these aren't firing at each other. They're firing at the closest to them. So they're probably not even in range of each other here. They're just going for the corners. But the French corner, how's it looking? Oh no, they're reinforcing it, but it's nearly gone. There's a lot missing from up here. But there's a lot still to come by the looks of it. And here as well, there's like a lot of red coats missing. I mean, I think we should watch from here too for a bit. Um, but yeah, videos are it's interesting when it comes to Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, because you sort of get in a cycle of you've done a lot of things, but you also haven't really. It's like in some ways, it's like we've played everything, but we haven't played every combination on every map. And sometimes I'm like, do I really want to do this again? It's a balance, but it's a lot easier and a lot cooler when if I could get my brother to do some, which he does sometimes. He hasn't for a while, but then we can do like large scale shit, and it's like a different battle. I mean, if you saw my increasingly escalating battles, you saw that when it was smaller, it was more even, but as it scaled up, it became a landslide, and that's sort of interesting as well to see that how much numbers also change the course of a battle. But for now, we got what it was 100,000 versus 100,000, dead even, pretty much the same materials. I think the only thing that's gonna prove who's better in this, well, prove like anything in this fight is probably the accuracy, who hit the most shots, and like the landscape, who's got the most cover and such, or who's least likely to be hit. And I think the French look least likely to be hit, though I forget who's team 1 and team 2. So when I do this and I see one team leading, I don't know who's who. I could go into RTS and check, but that wouldn't that would break my rule that I've set just now. But it does look like there's, if I was to estimate, it does look like there's more French than British from just glancing at it. It looks like there's more blue, but it's potentially harder to see the red coats amongst the red blood and bodies. I mean, because there's still quite a lot of red coats built up here and such, but there just seems like there's a bit more French troops. Then again, maybe there are less French troops left because lesser in firing, which is down here, and almost all the British soldiers are firing. I think the only place they're not firing is behind there. Could be the same amount, so who really knows? But this battle is developing at a snail's pace. And if you've clicked off this video or want to click off this video, I wouldn't necessarily blame you. But skip to the end and you'll know the result, that's for sure. But if you stick around, you'll hear me ramble about boring shit. But yeah, if there's anything you'd like to see the French soldiers tested against in the future, I'd be willing to try it and see how they go against like melee, how they go against other things. Maybe have like 2 groups of like the French and the British against certain types and seeing which group does better. I don't know. There's interesting things you can do with that we haven't really jumped into yet, and it will be sort of interesting to see what we could do. All these soldiers have just been here, you know, sniffing black powder as their entire contingency fires, and they just don't know what the fuck's going on. Almost all the redcoats are firing. These ones aren't though. Nope, that's a lie. Oh no, they're aiming. Some of them fired. I don't know why. All those ones fired too. Why? Oh, some of them fire a lot, I guess. And I didn't think many of those fired. So maybe maybe the French are behind? I don't know. It's hard to make a clear judgment. Oh, this might make it easier. All the blood's missing. What does it look like? No. No. From here, it definitely looks too close to call, but you can sort of see the patterns and shapes of battle. I still think there's a little bit more French left, but you guys, if you just go to the start, will know that Team 1 or Team 2, so you'll know who's who when I do this, but it's marginal at best, which is fascinating to say the least. I think we will time lapse this because I feel like I'm just pointlessly rambling, and I think it'll be more interesting for you guys to watch the battle develop through some sort of time lapse rather than hearing me ramble. So I think we'll do that right now. Enjoy the time lapse. Okay, so I think we're gonna jump back in from our time lapse to do an investigation on how things are going, and I'm still gonna be. I still think that there is more French left than Redcoats. I like the Redcoats more, but I've been sticking with Team French, saying that they've had the most. So I'm gonna I thought they were gonna win, so I'm gonna stick by that. Though I was a bit less sure the more the time lapse went on, because this still looks like a huge amount of Redcoats here, so I'm unsure, but I think there are still more French Revolution soldiers left. But we'll have to see as the fight turns out. I was checking in, and there is 17,000 of one and 19,000 of another, and I still don't know who's who. I'm just guessing based on what I see. They said that things like this were interactable now. I wonder if that's the case for that, and if they've added those in all the maps, because that'd be great. It was like one of the suggestions I made way back on my defend the castle with the zombies attacking. And I was like, you know how cool it would be if they had it so that there was portcullises that they had to break through. I don't think you break through them, but you could just open them after X amount of time and go, yeah, it's been broken through. I think there are still some French soldiers here that aren't really getting shot at much, that are just chilling. The French are starting to really push in now, because they don't have as many shots here as they did. Because all this lot were firing up onto the hill. There's nobody up on the hill anymore. So they're starting to have to push in and around to get better shots. But I think the majority of the Redcoats lie here now. this is just small drops in the water, really, in comparison. And now the French have to relocate, and as they relocate, they're getting better lines of fire at certain sections, like this tiny group of redcoats. But the battle's still going on bit by bit, and it stayed 2,000 difference. It was like about 1,000 difference, and it's slowly been blowing out a bit, but it's only really a 2,000 difference, all things considered, when it looks like there's a bigger difference, in my opinion. I think it's just that's how many are clustered up in this spot, and they're a bit more spread out with the French. Though I will say the French do look like they're a bit lower in numbers here than the redcoats are over there, but only marginally, and that's probably because some redcoats, some revolution soldiers can't fire, so there's less suppression fire in comparison being fired out in a larger area, whereas there's more of them that can fire to a smaller area. So in theory, redcoats should be winning this section if all of them are able to fire shots. But I think because the redcoats lost here, it's not really helped, because the French soldiers have just reinforced their slightly losing side. Over here, though, the French have just held this section and have pushed in more and more as the battle's gone on, while these ones they've been slowly dying. There's still some up here, but most of them have actually started to push in and start properly reinforcing this line with more and more just coming around to take shots here. Which, if you were paying attention, you would have seen a few crawling over this section as well, to take some shots. But it appears that a bunch of the redcoats decided, once they beat the French soldiers, that they'd push up closer, instead of being all the way back in the distance, which is fair enough. I still don't know how all these guys are still alive. Seems like they're not being really focused on. But they're still, I mean, look how tightly packed the redcoats are here. Like, if there's more redcoats left, I'll be surprised. But also, in some ways, not, because of how dense that looks. Whereas, like, over here, they just don't look as densely packed. Here they do a bit, but that's it. And that's a bit smaller. But, oh man. The French definitely look like they're having a bit of a better time about this than the British. I mean, they're falling much quicker, and what would have probably been a losing side is now winning because they won this small section. So I pretty oh yeah, no, it's definitely getting out of hand now. It's 6,000 the difference. And if with 6,000 the difference, I am certain that I'm now certain that it's the French in front, and that the French are winning. And I'm surprised I eyeballed that when there was only like 1,000 difference, and there was 60,000 on the field. I think that's like a drop in the pool. But now they're just surrounding them and taking them out. There's not much they can do about it, and it's just slowly falling in the favor of the French. The French Revolution is going successfully. Hope it's the French. I could have sworn it was the French Revolution. If I'm wrong, well, deal with it. Yeah, no, it's not gone well for the British. I'm surprised, though, in some ways, because I thought the high ground would be better than the positioning that the French were in. But maybe it's just simply because... Oh, sorry about that. Maybe it's just simply because too many British soldiers couldn't shoot. And that's what did it. Are they dead here yet? No. They're still here. Just waiting and shooting. Oh man. There's not many left now. There's under 10,000 of the redcoats. This is oh, that was a ballsy move by you, sir. Oh look, they're having to reposition now. It's all falling apart. Oh no, look at that. It's a complete loss over there. This is it. This is where like 1,000 becomes 2,000, becomes 5,000, becomes 10,000. They're just, the numbers start becoming a problem. As soon as you lose like one front, that's it. Now the redcoats have to fire in many directions, whereas the French have to fire in one. It's interesting that I think it's cool that this part of the battle has stayed more or less the same the whole time. It's just been the hill crossfire, with some ballsy units deciding that they'd push closer. But apart from that, I mean, oh look at this. This is not good. This is not good at all for the British. Look at it's yep, terrible. Well, any last words? They're still here. I reckon they're still gonna be here at the end. Red versus blue, and blue's winning. Blue's my favorite color, but I like British more than I like the French. Funnily enough. Yeah, it's not even a contest now. Look at that. It's just the British banana's gonna die now. Yeah, the British have better things to do. Might as well just play. I'm gonna shoot the French that are over here while this goes on. Oh my, that. How did I hit that shot? That's what? You're kidding. I fired straight at this guy and hit that motherfucker over there, poor bastard. That's the funniest shit I've ever seen. This poor bastard got hit. Imagine if I got a kill with that. It would have been funny as fuck. Oh, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. And I've seen some funny shit. Dude, we got like Aladdin's fucking teapot and the split banana fighting each other. How many we got left? That's a real question. Not many. It seems like it's slower going now. Like they're not dying as quick. It's a bit closer. It's maybe because the British are in a better position now and the French have to push to them. I mean, the French have all the cards and all the people. Man, this whole landscape was just death. So many dead. And for what? Pointless entertainment on the internet? Indeed. So much blue and red death. How many are left over here? Still the same amount. I don't think they're gonna die. I don't think the British are concerned enough to shoot at them. I just got that one miracle shot off. This is kind of the bit I wish we could speed up, like push the fast forward button. Like when you know the result, you're just like, okay, let's see the result. Thanks. For me, this is the most boring part of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator, when you know who's gonna win and it's just gonna play out and play out and play out and play out, and you're like, really? Do we have to keep doing this? Do we have to keep going around this same circle? Whereas ones that are close the whole time, it's like, eh. The only ones that are interesting when you know who's gonna win is when it's like tanks and stuff, and they're obliterating everything in front of them. You're just like, yeah, that's fucking cool, man. Who's? Yeah, because these are team 2. Yeah. So we were right. Let's do something interesting. Let's move them so that they're not shooting and see what that does. Just because I feel like it. It'll definitely imbalance the fight, but it definitely won't imbalance it enough to cause a significant problem, unless they're all dropping like fries right there. They are. Fight! Whoa! They all fight at once. Whoa! You see that shit? They just boom. Do it again. This is fantastic. I've created the greatest thing of all time. Do it again. Oh, look at them all die. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh, it's a firing squad. They're getting obliterated. That was fantastic. I mean, tons of soldiers died because I put them in the line of fire, but it was for science. And we all know science is more important than human lives. Man, these guys just ran and were just melting. The firing squad is less effective now, but boy, that was satisfying as fuck. Let's do it again! Get closer! Not one by one. Yeah, there we go. You're gonna start falling at a stupid rate, you know. But it doesn't matter because the difference is ridiculous. Once they get like close, like this, yes. Then we go, fire! No, okay. That's not what we do. We go like this and we click them and they all go poof. And they all die. Do it again. And they all fall down. This is the most satisfying thing I've ever done in this game. They just drop like damn flies, man. It's great. We're gonna do it again because it's fun. Run, my pretties. Run into the face of disaster. Run! Now attack! Do it again! Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And they all fall down. Oh, I just made this like from the boring bit of the game to the most fun bit of the game. Look at them all die. They had no chance. But the French. The French will rise again. Ah! I dropped some. I was too busy doing Italian things pretending to be French and I hit something off my desk. Oh, yeah. There's still 2 alive. We're going in. There's 3 units left. They're gonna die before I... Ah, there they go. Oh well. That was great. That ending was a lot more fun than it was gonna be because of that shit. Oh. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, feel free to hit the like button. If you want to see more of this content, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment on what you want to see. But for now, we're gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!